Facebook Marketplace has become a go-to to sell your second-hand items, but it can come with its fair share of trouble. And a growing number of marketplace users are falling victim to a scam that lets people take control of their victims' bank accounts. It's sometimes called reverse fraud. This TikToker was almost one of those victims.
Fait que là, je reçois ça. C'est pas 100% comme d'habitude. Clairement, ça marche pas, puis c'était un faux courriel.
This scam mostly targets people who sell their items regularly. Here's how it works. The scammer will reach out to a seller saying they're interested in the item and they can't come in person, but they'll pay by e-transfer. They then send a fake Interact email asking the seller to enter their banking information to claim the payment. Once the victim does, the scammer gets access to their account and sends themselves an e-transfer. These vintage sellers know the scam well.
When it happens to me, I didn't look online to go see their profile. Do they have many friends? Do they have stars, reviews as buyers? I just took it for granted that this conversation goes well and I accepted the Interact transfer.
Their hook is something that actually already set off my alarm bells. It's usually, I'm out of town, but I'll come on Tuesday, but I want to pay for it in advance.
The first thing to note is that in all of these cases, you've got that element of urgency. So the trust and urgency is what you need to be triggered by. And these vendors are busy dealing with multiple conversations at the same time. So who's going to check that somebody named Martin is not a person named Martin? It's a very effective way of scamming.
You don't always have the instinct of going to look the customer profile. You're happy you made a sale.
So what can you do to protect yourself? Here are some tips from sellers we spoke to, as well as the RCMP and the Montreal Police. Push for in-person transactions. Scammers will always have an excuse to avoid them. Use trusted payment systems like Square, which requires buyers to physically use their card. Look at the buyer's Facebook profile. Scammers' profiles are usually newly created and have very little on their timelines. If you use e-transfers, beware. Fake emails often come from services like Gmail, and links are to a website and not your banking platform.
If you see a banking or financial link, you do not click on those links. You go to the website that you know and trust, and you log yourself in manually.
Control the conversation. Scammers often try to do that and steer you towards their banking method. According to Montreal Police, 7 cases of reverse fraud were reported between January and April 1st, 2025. As this is a relatively new scam, there were no reports in previous years. Both the RCMP and Montreal Police declined our request for interview. We reached out to Facebook's parent company Meta, but they did not respond to our request. Anyone who believes they might have been a victim should contact their local police station or the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre.